Okay, so here's the thing, Theo. We've had our teaser trailer for Goodbye Promise. It was initially sort of launched with our Kickstarter campaign, and then months after Kickstarter was over, then we uploaded it to YouTube, and it's been there, just kind of sitting there for like 2 years. Currently, we have a guy that's working on the official trailer. But you know, here we are. We're 30 days away. We still haven't launched the trailer yet.
Awesome.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Should
this
the trailer?
Is a golden nugget. I don't know how I missed this. I was about to leave here and forget 2 things you guys got to do. The trailer. This is wonderful that it's not done yet. This is the official trailer. You got to pick a target that makes sense, that will drive audiences to your screening. Offer it to them as an exclusive. All the films do this, you know, and then maybe we could tap into the Downtown Independence network as well. You know how they're possibly offering you up a couple media outlets. Most of the theaters do that. They have friendlies, press that they work with. You place that trailer with them as exclusive, and then you have all the information of how to purchase the tickets and the time. It has to be embedded in that trailer exclusive. It has to say, this is when the film is playing, please come out and check out the tickets. That's your exclusive. And then you blast that out. Once it runs, you blast it out to everybody in the network. Check out the trailer in advance of my film coming out. This is when, June. That's important.
Who are some of the people we should be thinking of? And, you know, here we are, we have this small little movie.
Local, LA Weekly, LA Weekly website, you know, LA Times, Brand X, local news, Culver City News. If they have a very good social online presence, and or maybe like a very Fishbowl LA, very local Los Angeles. There's also the LA type of tastemaker websites that are out there right now. LAists. You know, the LAists and these types. You know, these folks, and you look at the list of the local Los Angeles ones, you offer it to them as exclusive, and you get the support. And again, that goes back to the barter story. If it's not a relationship that Downtown has, and it's not a relationship that you has, the entryway is a potential partnership. Now, that's not the only thing.
I mean, do we literally give them the file so they upload it?
Absolutely,
to their channel?
absolutely. You make the agreement first. You work out the deal first. You say, here's my film. We have a 1-week run. Let's work out a deal where you can post this on your main page.
And
right?
how long? 1 day? They get the 1 day? How long are they exclusive?
No, it's only a few hours. It's a few hours, you know, of the day, and then after that you can put it everywhere. You know, you just work out the window. Maybe 3 hours. You get a jump on this because we're sending this out no matter what. We're sending this trailer out to everybody, just like Avatar. Avatar. I don't know what their trailer campaign was, but you know they put it somewhere. Maybe they did an IMAX thing first. You know who did it recently? Someone put something on IMAX, and it was on IMAX, and they held it offline, and then they put it out everywhere like the next week. And then someone else did it. They did iTunes only, and then they put it out everywhere. You know, you're doing the same thing. You're a studio. You're an independent studio. You guys, you're filmmakers, independent filmmaker. We're in theaters. That's why I'm telling you. You got to think like these machines, because you are a mini version of that machine. So use that. But also, what I would remind you is, the poster. Has the poster run anywhere yet?
Well, I mean, we've just put it out through our own channels. You know,
right. That's another asset.
Yeah.
That's a first look. Pick up Entertainment Weekly. Open the magazine. First look. Judd Apatow's film's coming out in 4 months. Why can't we do something similar to that? They have an exclusive asset, an exclusive image. These are assets. These are files. So.
But you know, what about the small filmmaker? You know, that doesn't have the stars in their film. You know, there's you know.
You gotta find a hook.
There's nothing necessarily super exciting. It's just like, wow, here's like this film that I've never heard of by filmmakers I've never heard of, and yet here's this exclusive first look in terms of like, here's our movie poster. Like, is that really going to work for us?
It will work. It will work. If you're tiny and you don't have any names, it doesn't have to be traditional media. It can be someone that you know that has a very good online following that can put your thing out there that might even be bigger than traditional media. Let's just think about it, right? So, you know, through the festival, you know, through HOLLYSHORTS, I'll have a few friends that are, you know, they have massive companies, you know, like, I don't know, New York Film Academy, or a similar brand that's got some credibility to it, you know, that's a film school or something. You can tap into that audience. That's an audience. These are people, potential targets that will see the film. You don't have to go traditional media to give an exclusive. You guys do this. You know, I saw a filmmaker do that recently, a very big name lend his name to Kodak and just be like, you know, check, don't give up on film yet. Now that's tough. But anyhow, it's a big campaign, and it's like, that's non-traditional media, you know. So it doesn't have to be traditional media. You just gotta have a good brand that reaches people, and then that's willing to vouch for you by offering this up to them, testimonial wise.
You know, I mean, the main gist I'm getting from the whole thing is just like, it's not.
It's the reach.
It's like thinking yourself as this big entity, but also, you know, partnering, bartering, and just reaching, you know, these other companies and other organizations and other people that can help spread the message quicker.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about. That's the game.
It's the compound. It's the compound factor. You want to reach as many people as possible. You already have friends. You already have a Rolodex and database of people that work at some of these companies. Since we don't have the budget of a Disney to buy, you know, to do a billboard campaign, a national billboard campaign, we got to work with what we got. We got to offer them some kind of ad space. We got to offer them something in exchange for agreements. And then you put you're putting your media plan together, right? So your media plan, just like the big guys do, it's a media campaign. You put your one sheet and say, we're going to have you do this, you do that in exchange for this, and then you have your timeline for your action points.
Skipping ahead to the Q&A, what type of a host should we be looking for, and what type of style, what type of interview style is appropriate for an independent film Q&A?
Well, it just depends on the content of the film. If you're dealing with a comedy, you want someone a little more lighthearted. If this is a documentary film, you want someone that comes from the academia, or someone that's got some, you know, it's got to be someone with clout no matter what. But you don't want someone that's overbearing and self-serving on the Q&A and that's going to just hog the microphone and talk about themselves. I believe it. I've seen it before. You know, I've had clients on panels, and you know, the moderator is leading the discussion. He's like, "This is what I do. This is what I did well in my project. I did this," and you got to be careful. You got to look at their experience. You got to see where they've spoken at before. Have they done this before? Have they Q&A'd before? So, not someone too self-serving. Someone that kind of fits the genre of the film that you're presenting. And you know, someone that's got a little bit of buzz factor, so you can help announce that, and you know, maybe they'll entice some other folks to come out. You know, but it is definitely a risk still. You know, a lot of the folks that we've worked with before are, you know, people that host traditional shows, right, on television, and sometimes they want to do something that's beyond their traditional thing and reach the independent film community. So a lot of the people that are on TV sometimes want to find other avenues. You would be surprised. A lot of the hosts want to do stuff for supporting indie film. That's another thing that you got to reach to as well. Is, I think that's a message point, is support indie film. You know, that's very key. That's one we were asking about, the brands and the underdogs and the unknowns. I think that's going to be a key selling point. Is this is an independent film and it's hit a 1 week run in a theater, and you gotta show support. The studios now, bless them, all they're doing is tentpole movies, $80 to $100 million budgets. You know, there's no room right now for the independents. I mean, there's plenty of room. There's creative ways for us to, you know, continue surviving, but right now everybody wants to make the tent poles.
Yeah, at the same time, do you get a little tired of that? You get a little tired of every independent filmmaker be like, support indie film,
no.
support, because
No. At the end of the day, this is it. This is our shot. You know, this is the shot to make the mark. You know, I think it's fine. I don't think so. Because the big guys are doing it too, and they're doing it a lot. They're in our faces more than we're in their faces. We the independents, we gotta listen. This is it. We have a very short window. They have a slate of 20 to 30 films that they're coming out with. They'll recoup. You know. I mean, they have a movie that's a stinker, $200 million budget, and then in a few weeks after, they have a film that's the highest grossing of all time. It's made $654 million worldwide and counting. So they're gonna be fine. You know. So, but the independent filmmakers that just took out their mortgage to make this indie film, listen, there are no rules. We got to go all out. We got to tap everybody, rally the support, especially if it's a great content. And at the end of the day, if you put it out there and everyone supports you and your filmmakers are behind you, it's going to have legs. You know, people are going to keep talking about it. And then you have to map out your phase 2 strategy.